I was sitting here listening to a podcast, an interview, a comic. He has had a well-known podcast, and he was interviewing a fellow comedian. Well, he interviews a lot of comedians, but I was listening to this particular interview, and they shared a lot of things in common. They were laughing, from their family upbringing and their comedy experiences. And I actually, I felt a lot of connection to what they were talking about. I could relate to a lot of what they were talking about. But what I lacked was that's all we have in common. That's my point. The connection that comedians have to each other, the friendships they form, the relationships they form, the shows they do together, going on the road together, going out to eat afterwards. That's something I lack because I never ever was able to really to connect with any other comic. Once in a while, a chance came along the way here and there, and I blew it or they blew it or whatever, but it doesn't come too often. It's kind of like my relationships with women. The bus is coming less and less. But what is my point? My point is that there are two different types of comedians. That's my point. You have live comedians who do shows in person, who are at the live open mics all the time, and they're doing the circuit around town or wherever they perform. Those are live comedians who are in person, who are networking with the comics and work. And then you have your internet comedians where they just sit at home and they do the comedy on the internet. And then you have hybrids. You have comics who do both, who perform live, but they also do their thing on the internet. I guess I'm kind of a hybrid. I mean, sometimes I'll lean more towards one or the other mode. Right now, I'm in the internet mode. I'm not really into hanging out with people, to tell you the truth, and I won't just blame comics either. I'm just blaming people in general because I'm a musician too. And, whenever I go to a music open mic, I just don't like being there. I don't like being around the people. I watch YouTube videos of musicians performing at live shows or mics, and I just don't feel like, I guess I can go as a audience member, just sit there and watch it and take it all in. But as a performer, I just don't want to be around those people. I can't explain it. It is a bad vibe I get. We just don't blend in with each other. Personally, I'm at the point where I just don't want to deal with people. That's why you don't really see me interview anybody here, except for AI. I thought about taking up cards recently because I heard someone talking about playing cards. It seems like a nice activity, to take your mind off your problem. But the problem is, it involves playing with I don't even want to play with other people. I think I'm going to learn how to play cards, and I'm going to play solitaire on the computer. That's where I'm at right now. Going solo. Nothing wrong with that. Whatever your thing is. Maybe you travel in pairs. Maybe you travel in groups and herds. Everybody's different. That's all I'm saying. I'm just talking from the solo pit.